Alright, so I just got in a couple pairs of these new ETQ tourniquets from Snakestaff Systems. So here's the little tag that came with those. So I got two of each. You know what I mean by two of each? If you don't know what these are, the ETQ stands for Everyday Tourniquet, like it says there on the thing. They're small, man. They're freaking small. I mean, that's what they're marketed for. The picture they show on their website is a picture of like a Glock mag next to their tourniquet. Like, it's the same size. Shit small, man. So they got two kinds. They got their 1 inch wide. They got an 1.5 inch wide. And then I have a cat tourniquet, which is basically an 1.5 inch wide. Yeah. 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch. So, what does this do that the cat doesn't do? Well, the cat is freaking this thick, and this thing is not. So it's got that going for it. Lengthwise, pretty similar. The cat's like hook claw dealy thing. I mean, this whole space is pretty thick, and this thing is like not. So it's got that going for it. Which kind of brings me to the purpose of this tourniquet in the first place at all. Is not for Marines doing Marine stuff. If you're a Marine, you're doing Marine stuff, you should probably have a cat. Or like one of them new ratcheting tourniquets, or I saw a guy or two that had those rats tourniquets, like weave through their molly on their plate carrier. That was cool. That was 2015, 2016, something like that, when at least one dude was running that. So these tourniquets from Snakestaff Systems are not for going to war and doing war things. That's not what they're there for. It's in the damn name. Everyday tourniquet. So these are for everyday carrying type folks, normal people like me, like probably you, just doing your day-to-day stuff, and you want to have a tourniquet on your body because bleeding out is like bad. So I got a 1 inch, I got an 1.5 inch. Man, I don't need something that small. I mean, even when I carry a spare mag, I carry it in a damn spare mag holder. Like, even my spare mag is freaking huge. So, like, I don't need to save a 1/2 inch on the tourniquet. So, what I carry on me right now has been a rats. A lot of times I'll carry a rats on one side of my body and a cat on the other. These are definitely gonna end up in my pocket somewhere. Because they're fucking small, man. Durability. And I've had this for literally a couple hours. I put the wide one on once. I put the narrow one on once. So this is my initial thoughts. Man, this hook, this whole like bracket, like the key to their like success maybe, like there it is. It's really, really outside, really thin. All right, it's really like it bends. I think I just cracked the, yep. Cracked the little chem light there. That's another thing. They got a little chem light built in, and that's fucking cool. That's cool. That's smart. Cats don't do that. So, the thing flexes in like every dimension. This is really thin. Honestly, I think if I was them, I would beef this up just a little bit. Like, I think this is too thin, and it makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm not really worried. It doesn't worry me. I just wonder about it, if that makes sense. All right, so What else? It's got a strap, sort of like the cat. Now the cat tourniquets, they basically are a strap in a strap. So when you tighten them down, I'll show you right here. When you tighten them down, this piece is basically inside the sleeve that gets tightened, if that makes sense. These are not like that. It's just a single strap for most of it, but right around the whole bracket deal, if you look on the inside, it's got it's got a loop that attaches right here, and that loop is what goes through the bracket and what gets tightened. So it looks very similar right here to the cat, in that it's not tightening this, it's tightening a smaller strap, but that smaller strap doesn't go all the way through. The windlass, I'm not gonna like break this thing, but there's like no flex. There's just a little bit. There's a little bit of flex in that. Let's check out the cat. There's actually more flex. There's actually a lot more flex in the cat. Maybe this is more brittle and will just like snap eventually. I'm not gonna just like do that. But that's interesting. The size of the windlass compared to the cat, it's a good inch and a half shorter, which is fine because this is for like everyday kind of carrying around. That's fine. Velcro, very similar to the cat tourniquet. So cats, they have this red tab, this red color on the end of the strap, but the Velcro goes all the way to the end there. And on this, it does not. So it's got the little tab, but that part right there is not Velcro, so that does not stick. So that's probably actually a plus. It makes sure that there's something you can grab onto before you tighten the thing down. What else? So the way the cat makes sure that your windlass stays in place is this little Velcro strap, which is fine. But what this one does, which I think is a good idea, is it's a carabiner. It's got the little doodad, little spring-loaded doodad. So when you put the windlass in there, it is locked in, whichever way you do it. Some dude had a video that I looked at, like one of the first videos on these tourniquets was saying that you were supposed to turn the windlass a particular direction, and that's not right. Like Snakestaff about a couple months ago, they put up an instructional video of how you're supposed to use this. And it's actually great because it's not just how to use the tourniquet, but it's like how to assess and what to check. It's like it's a medical instruction that features this tourniquet. It's not just how to use the tourniquet. So that's cool. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I think it was a week ago, I've shot my first like tourniquet video. So I'm just gonna put this thing on. Actually, I'm gonna do the 1-inch one. I'm gonna do the 1-inch one. I'm going to put it on my left arm like I did before, and we'll see how bad it hurts. All right. Yeah, let's fucking do it. So what I've already done, not ideal, is the strap is kind of going the opposite way that I want. But that's okay. So this slides right here really easily. So I'm going to tighten the piss out of that. So there is a thing. Since the strap is so narrow and you want the Velcro to stick, you honestly might miss it. Okay, so I've got this extra tail. I'm going to worry about that later. So right now, it's tight. I can already feel some of the like restriction in my arm. That's good. I definitely could have gotten that like 2 inches higher, but It's already working. All right. The fun part. If you remember, if you watched my last video, and you probably didn't, the windlass slipped. I'm just going to put that one turn in and clip it in. So if you saw, now it's clipped. The windlass is in that carabiner. There's like no way it's coming out. Didn't have to worry about a strap. This piece, the extra length, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to turn it over so I got the Velcro facing up. I'm going to run around the windlass and then back the way it came and kind of stick it to itself a little bit. So, man, that's working. I think that's actually like, I think it's cutting off better than the one that I did last week. Like, my hand's all tingly. This is not fun. And this is the 1 inch wide. So there's that. When I did the, like, literally one other rep that I've done with this tourniquet, I cracked the chem light. I'm not sure if you can see the chem light anymore. Yeah, there it is. So I cracked the chem light like on accident, just in the bracket flexing. That thing cracked. So I mean, that's good. I mean, if you're putting it on, you want it to crack, because I mean, I think that's a neat thing. Like, if you were to roll up on a car accident, have to put this on somebody, maybe move to a second patient, and then the professionals show up, there's this glowy thing to tell them, hey, there's a tourniquet right there, man. So far, Snakestaff only offers these in black. They should probably do like an orange and a blue, a trainer. As it is, this one obviously is my trainer, and this one. And I'm just going to take the chem lights out, and I will know that the ones without the chem lights are trainers. All right. So yeah, my hand's pretty good and tingly. This isn't like super fun. So I'm going to take this off, if that's all right with you. So that was fun. Let's see, other things. In my last video, I talked about stretching the tourniquet back out. You don't really have to do that, because it doesn't, like, it's not a strap inside a strap, so you don't have to stretch it back out. It just is what it is. So the 1 inch, I mean, that shit works. Definitely works. I'd seen that was kind of concern of a couple people, was like, is 1 inch wide enough? It's fucking wide enough. That shit hurt. My hand was numb, all right? So yeah, 1 inch. What? There's a joke there. That one will do. The regular size will do. All right, the wide one. It's literally the same thing, but wider. Do I need to test this on video? Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyway, I guess. So, here we go. So another thing that I'd seen in this guy's video where he was saying that these were shit was somehow he'd managed to take this bracket and like make it like turned so that it didn't, it was bunched up real weird and it didn't work. And he was like, this shit doesn't work. And I think he was just doing it wrong. Maybe. All right, so there's two. All right, so that's like a full rotation there. One full rotation, and man, that hurts. So I'm just gonna kind of dress this up a little bit. All right, so that's pretty tight. We'll see how my hand feels in a minute, but that actually hurts less. Maybe I didn't turn it enough. Maybe I'm bitching out and didn't turn it enough. Hello, Pulse, are you there? Hello? I don't feel nothing. Okay, I'm starting to feel the numbness kick in. There it is. There it is. I could have maybe got another half a turn out of that, but I think I'm bitching out. I'm getting weak. Soft in my old age. But yeah, so there it is. The everyday carry tourniquet. Yeah, I'm gonna start carrying one of those. Like it works. Here it is, freaking working. The bracket being as small as it is, like I don't like that, but tourniquets are a single time use item. You're supposed to use them one time and then throw them away. So this tourniquet and the one that you saw me put on, those are my trainers. I am not going to carry those. These two that are in the bag, these are getting carried. Definitely the wide is getting carried. Because they work. And more tourniquets is better than fewer tourniquets. And this isn't making excuses, but like, worst case scenario, if this breaks, which I think is unlikely, if this breaks in a single use, I have another tourniquet. I have two.
I have two guns, one for each of you.
But having more tourniquets, like having more bullets, is better than having less, period. So these things are going in my pockets. I like them. Yeah, I like them. And I can't feel my hand no more. Check out Snakestaff Systems. Check out their everyday carry tourniquet. Probably buy them shits. I wouldn't worry too much about TCCC approval. Fucking look at me. I can't feel my hand. What more do you need?